Good morning everyone. Today I'll introduce you to the topic cell. So in this video we will be discussing about what is cell, who discovered cell, what is cell theory and all the necessary informations related to the concept cell. So let's begin the class. The discovery of cell. Robert Hooke was the first scientist to discover that cells exist. He observed cells with the help of a simple microscope in the year 1965. He observed thin slices of cork, that is a bark of tree, under microscope and saw honeycomb structures. These slices of cork appeared like small compartments which were separated by a wall. He called these tiny chambers seen in the section as cell, and that's how the cell was discovered. So, Robert Hooke was the first scientist to discover cells. This is the picture of Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Anton von Leeuwenhoek was the first to observe living cells. Now, let's move to the cell theory. The cell theory was formulated by M.J. Schilden and Theodore Schwann, and it put forward two main concepts, that is, the body of all living organisms is made up of cells, and the second, cells are the structural and functional unit of organisms. But later, in 1855, it was modified by Rudolf Virchow, and the modification where all living organisms are made up of cell and their products. Cells is the structural and functional unit of organism. New cells are formed by divisions of pre-existing cell. This point was introduced by him, that the new cells are formed by divisions of pre-existing cell. Now let's define what is a cell. A cell is the smallest unit that is capable of performing different life functions. The cell vary both in size and form, and the cytology is a branch of science which deals with the study of cell. So cytology is a branch of science which deals with the study of cells. Now let's move on to the cell structure. Cells determine the forms and functions of human body. All living organisms are made up of cells, so we can say that the cells are the basic living unit of all living organisms. Cells are the basic living unit of all living organisms. The cells are complex living structures which are specialized to perform specific functions in our body. Different cells are specialized to perform different functions in our body. That's all about cell structure. Let's just summarize. Today we discussed about what is cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Robert Hooke was the first scientist who discovered cell with the help of simple microscope. Then we learned about cell theory, which was put forward by M.J. Schilden and Theodore Schwann and modified by Rudolf. Then we learned about the cell structure, that cells determine the forms and functions of human body. Cells are the basic living unit of all organisms. These are complex structures which are specialized to perform specific functions in our body. I hope you understood. Thank you so much. That's all for today.